And welcome back to Zanpakuto Creation Series. Today's Zanpakuto Creation Series request comes to us from Yajuru, or the Yaju World, who asks the question, what is Raven from DC's Zanpakuto? Now, Raven is a very unique case here. Normally, I don't like just taking someone's abilities and throwing them into a Zanpakuto, because that's not just because you're capable of doing something, that's not a reflection of who you are. A Zanpakuto is literally the reflection of your soul, a reflection of who you are, personality, emotions, everything in between. That's what the Zanpakuto represents. And so its abilities in some way, shape, or form need to represent that little aspect of you as well. Now, you may, with some characters, you may struggle to kind of see how that's attributed. Like Renji's, for example. But knowing Renji's personality is a little difficult to kind of see how Zabimaru is reflected in that to some degree. However, most characters you can basically see that. Raven, however, is a very unique case, and that Raven has an ability known as Soul Self. Now, obviously, anyone who knows Teen Titans and all that knows the whole Azarath Meteon Zinthos shtick. And she does this telekinetic stuff. She does, energy blast. She has a lot of abilities that revolve around this chant and her magical, background. But she has a specific ability that we've seen multiple times in the cartoon and in the comic called Soul Self, where she basically has weaponized her soul, and it takes the form of a raven, and that raven is independent of her actions. It is part of her, but it is a representation of her soul made manifest. So this gives us an actually unique case for Raven. So let's go down the list and we'll get to why it's unique. Type of Zanpakuto. She's clearly a Keto type user. I think that is very much apparent. The seal's form of the sword is a katana. I think that's easy to go. But the spirit of the Zanpakuto, well, obviously we know that's actually a raven. Maybe it would look something similar to what it looks like when it is released. But it's clearly a raven, or a raven-esque being. The release of the Zanpakuto, let's be honest, Azarath, Meteon, Zinthos. I think that actually translates to a release very well. In terms of what the Zanpakuto's name is, though, I think the Shikai would be Tamashi Karasu, which translates to Soul Raven, and then Shin no Tamashi Karasu, which translates to True Soul Raven. I feel like these work perfectly well in terms of the name style for the Zanpakuto, as it is very obvious that is what her inner soul is. It takes the form of this raven. Now, it's the actual form of the Shikai, though, I think takes the form of like a jeweled staff. Think something kind of like Gandalf's staff, except with a crystal on both ends. And basically, you'd be used like a wizard staff. What the Zanpakuto would do, though, I feel as though it's something akin to what I did with Madara Zanpakuto, in which case the powers it displays vary to a certain degree based on the phases of the moon. In her case, it would actually be something akin to its ability, or the ability that it possesses, vary based on her emotional status. Now, I'm actually looking through this as I speak, my book, and I'm making sure I didn't already use this ability, because I have to admit, it does sound like I might have used this ability already, but I don't think I have. I don't think I have used like an emotional based Zanpakuto. And it's something that we've never seen before, where the power of the Zanpakuto, either what it's doing or how strong what it's doing is directly correlated to what that person is feeling. This would translate to Raven's emotional self-control that she needs to maintain to not lose control of her powers. In terms of what the Zanpakuto would ultimately do, it would probably be manipulating Keto-based energy, similar to like Urahara's Benihime. Benihime, as we learn from its Bankai, is a Zanpakuto that restructures things. In its Shikai, it's clearly restructuring Keto and Ryatsu, whereas in its Bankai, it's actually restructuring anything it touches. Here's something very similar where her abilities it's basically just, it's Keto, it's Ryatsu, it's manipulating it, certainly. She can create shields, she can create energy blasts. If she's, strategizing well enough, she can maybe like create multiple small objects, create like a spinning blade if she focus. It's basically what her imagination is capable of thinking. But this all varies in terms of her control of her emotional state. If she's able to maintain her overall level of control, it will have a set level of power. If she is losing control of her emotions, she's gonna probably if she's getting angrier, more fierce, and just losing her cool, she will most likely be delivering more powerful blows, but they're going to be a lot less controlled, and probably her Ryatsu is going to be spilling everywhere. However, if she is overly giddy, if she is sad, it may result in weaker blows, but that are more fine-tuned. So, for instance, if she's like firing off a clean, straight blast hit, like straight from the rod, it's only the width of the rod, she might be able to concentrate it down into a very singular point that hits armor or whatever and cracks it. The Bankai, I think, would be a true expression of her soul self, except she, I think, would be shielded by her soul self comes out from the Zanpakuto. It basically wraps her in on armor. She is now covered in and armored by her soul self itself, which in and of itself is extremely powerful. Raven at her most powerful has gone toe-to-toe with individuals like Doctor Strange. Trigon is obviously she's connected to Trigon in a big way. That's her father. So her being like armored by her soul self, it covering the staff, her now manipulating whatever the staff basically its form is because it's wrapped in the soul self, be it like a scythe, a giant hammer, a sword. It could turn into a missile if she wanted to. It could turn into a demon, or like she can morph into a demon. So that would be a very unique Zanpakuto. Like the Zanpakuto, in her case, actually gives her more control over her soul self, and even forcibly brings it out to defend her. Now, just as with the Shikai, though, the downside to this Bankai would be she needs to maintain serious emotional control. Even if she's angry, she needs to she's got to at least keep that anger under control. Not necessarily like lock and key that anger, but keep that under control. Otherwise, it's going to go very bad for her because she's now covered essentially in herself. She's covered in the embodiment of herself. And if she goes off the rails, her body may just go boom, snap, crackle, pop, that's it. Likewise, obviously, if someone's able to overpower her, so forth and so on. Also, because her soul self in this case would be Ryatsu, at least because we're thinking about her in the Bleach context, any ability that can absorb Ryatsu, be it Yumachika's, Ashido, oh god, what was the 8th Kenpachi? His ability to absorb Ryatsu, anything that's a Ryatsu absorption technique would be seriously detrimental to this Bankai. Otherwise, I think this poses as a very unique type of Zanpakuto for a very unique type of character in this sense. So, yeah, this would be my personal selection for the Zanpakuto for Raven, but I am curious what you would do instead. Let me know in the comments below if you feel different, and if you do, that's cool. Like I said, let me know what you would do differently for a Zanpakuto for this character. But until then, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Ooh, I'm just moving around, seeing if I could center it a little better. No, that was this is about it. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and as always, if you want us to review something, we'll do it at some point. Till then, thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. This is Thursday, so yeah, I'll see you tomorrow for Who Would Win and Jurassic World review. Till then, thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.